I will try to copy Cash, but I'm not that like have that good taste in music. Like he has in
Oh,
his like yeah in his ecosystem calls. So yeah, but just to play the mood and before like people are joining our live stream. Oh, we are live. Hey everybody. So let's wait for a few minutes. I'll try to just run the music and you can put me like plus or heads up, thumbs up in the chats, in the Twitter or in our Telegram chats if you like it or not, or if you hear it or not. Let me try it. You hear it? Okay, let me check the Twitter really quick. Hey, so hey guys, do you hear the music or not, or just like me?
I don't.
Okay, that's I'm probably bad at this. Let me check it real quick. Mhm. Yeah, probably it's because I'm in headphones. That's why it doesn't work. So, yeah, what the hell? We're gonna be without the music. Still, we have like a few minutes to wait for the people to come. Guys, please join our live stream. We are going live in probably 2 minutes. So if you didn't take your coffee or some tea, it's basically evening in Ukraine and France. So yeah, probably it's Tuesday, so no beer for you guys. Just take some teas and tea, yeah, some sweets, and let's get to work. Okay. Okay, let me just. Hmm. Okay, I think we can already try to start from the beginning. I will do some. So this is going to be the agenda, guys. Welcome everyone. Uh, we are going to start with a presentation from our super guests that's joining our live stream today. Then we will have some questions, and if you will have some questions during the presentation, please write them in the chat, in the Twitter chat, or our Telegram chats. We will forward them to our guest, and then we will have a form for you to fill up as like builder of the project of the startup, and we will walk through it through some projects, and our guest will tell us what he thinks about it. Is it a good idea, or you have to pivot or thinking or look into the idea somewhere else, or you have to touch the grass and feel the air to see how it goes. Um, all right, everyone. So, time to welcome our special guests to our spaces. I think he wears more titles than most of us. Right now, he's a grant dev representative at the Solana Foundation, helping decide which startups get the rockets to fuel to get built. Um, he's a community lead Europe at Gito, right?
Yes,
That
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, making sure that it's the Jito stays spicy in Europe, like on everyday basis, right? And he's representing the super team France. He is a member, which is basically means he is building, he is funding, and he is moderating all at once. So please welcome Kuga. Kuga, thank you for coming, and the stage is yours.
Well, thanks for the introduction. Appreciate the words. So yeah, in a few words, just to present myself to people that don't know who am I. I've been on Solana since 2021, and I've seen Solana grow since then. I've worked with a lot of different projects back in the days, such as Camino. I was part of
Oh
the
wow.
I was working on the community side with Camino. I also was the first Jupiter French ambassador in 20.
Okay, okay, wow, wow. You know how to pick the projects, like.
It was the very beginning, and now yeah, today it's been more than 2 years that I've been at the Solar Foundation doing grants. I've seen thousands of project days since I see almost 30 project to 40 project days, which
Oh
is a lot.
wow.
And I recently joined Jito in March to um, be the community lead Europe, which means growing the brand of Jito in Europe through different activation and being close to the community. Um, I'm gonna give a small alpha. Uh, Jito Europa was me alone during a few months, but it's gonna be expanding and relaunching very soon. So
Okay, okay.
expect us having a strong presence in Europe. Where if you're builders using Jito infrastructure or just holding Jito tokens. So make sure that you are in the loop and be aware of what we are going to do in Europe because it's going to be cool for anyone who is part of the Jito community in Europe.
Yeah,
So
so guys, this is a good time to subscribe to or follow Kuga on X, follow Jito on X, and check out the announcement from
yeah,
time to time to see what's going on and what's cooking. Because if you're in Europe or you're planning to go to Europe, this is your chance to get some juicy stuff from Jito or do some stuff with Jito in Europe.
definitely, exactly. And yeah, today I'm super happy to join the Kumeka team, which I've been looking at for a long time now since you were born, and
Thank
I'm here
you.
to give some insight on the opportunities, the funding opportunities and grants tips on how to start your project and also how to ask for funding because we all know that money is kind of a power to reach out your goals. So yeah, today I'm happy and whenever you want me to dive into it, we can go for it.
Yeah, I think we can start. Guys, please write in the chat. Go Kuga. We are ready, and I think we can just like ship the capital markets.
So I can share my screen, right?
Yep, yep.
Uh, mm, and it's okay. The screen is shared. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
So this is it's the other way. It's changed on the StreamYard. So here you have the grants and funding opportunity workshop for Kumika team. I already shared who am I, so I'm gonna skip this one, and we're gonna dive right into grants, and I'm gonna explain in a few words what's a grant. A grant is simply a funding opportunity for public good. We're gonna describe public good later. Project within the Solana ecosystem. In a few numbers, just to give you an overview, 600 projects funded, more than 100 million in funding all over the world, and we're only a team of 3 members. Andrea Baglioni, who is head of capital, he's also in Solana Ventures and doing a lot of stuff around the financial aspect and investment of the Solana Foundation. And I have Shiwa, who is doing all this stuff on the synchronization and infrastructure of all the grants. And myself, I'm just the one reviewing and being the one who is in touch with anyone who is looking to get a grant. So
Mhm.
this. So what's a grant and what's the process? The grants has a different process in different topic or different ecosystem, but ours at Solar Foundation is in 3 steps. The first one is myself reviewing. Whenever you want to know some information about grants, you just have to type Solana grants on Google, and you're going to be able to see the whole page explaining everything. But we're going to go into it right now, and I'm going to review your application whenever you apply. The first step is simply myself seeing if it's does something interesting, if it fits as a public good, or if the project is like cool for the Solana ecosystem. If I think it's worth checking, I'm sending it to the second step, which is our SMEs, subject matter experts, who are gonna review a second time your application, and knowing if we have the budget for it, if it fits what we want or what we need, and also if it's the right moment. Because we have this sentence which is super important: the right funding at the right moment. For example, we are not gonna like give a lot of money right now in gaming, which is not the right topic. But let's say in 1 month it's the biggest topic. In 1 month, the right funding will come for gaming, as an example. For example, right now we hear a lot about stablecoin payment, RWA back for a few months already. This is the right funding at the right moment. And then
Okay,
when the
got it.
BD accepts the fact that the project is interesting and you might get a grant, you go on a call with them, you talk about the project, the milestone, and everything that we will see right after. And the last one is the legal part, which is KYC or KYB. It's mandatory. You must go through KYC. If you ask for $1 or $1 million, it's gonna be the same. You have to go through KYC. We never gave any grants without the KYC or KYB if you want to do a KYB. So let's jump into one thing that I like to share. That's how
Okay.
grants. People think it's like super free money. Hey, I want $10,000. Why? Just because, and that's how they ask for grants. And that's because in Web3 we've seen a lot of other blockchain giving out money, free money to a lot of different projects, like $50,000 without a KYC. That's why people are like, oh, I'm going to ask for $50,000 and it's going to be free money. So that's how people see grants, and they are not putting any effort into their application. While on the other side, that's how people see investment. They're like, oh, I'm going through my whole presentation, my deck, my white paper, my everything is perfect. Now I can ask for an investment. Let's go. But if you compare grants and investment in both situation, first you're asking for money. Second,
Hmm.
you're asking for trust from the entity because you're asking for someone to trust with their money, and you're asking for someone to follow you into your project, which is 3 points that are the same for grants and investment. The only difference is that investment, you must give back some money to the investor, while grants, no, it's you don't have to give money back. It's like a bonus to help you grow your project. And but in both situations, you must really, sorry, take it super seriously. It makes the difference to see someone prepared to come and ask for a grant than someone who just is like, oh, I'm gonna ask, I don't care, I'm just gonna go, and if not, I don't care. So yeah, take both of them seriously, and you're gonna make a difference in grants. How to apply? Multiple points that are crucial for your application. The first one is deal description. So explain your project in 3 lines, like I'm 5 years old, and then go deeper into what you build. And that's a tip that I also give for anything that you want to present. If you meet someone that doesn't know you, doesn't know what you're doing, you must have what we call a hook. The catchphrase, the first phrase that you say is supposed to attract or make the people in front of you listen to you. So that's why if you explain in like 3 lines with easy words, the person will be, oh, okay, now I understand what he's talking about. Because if you talk about something during like 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes without explaining the goal or make the people understand, it's super long. It's super long. And that's important in grants, but that's also important when you want to present, share any project to someone that doesn't know what you're doing. So that's for me one of the best tips, and it really makes the difference. Because if you explain me your project in 3 lines, I can tell you my answer right away without you going into details.
Preferably if you have some like one killer feature right in
Mm.
your explanation that will be like a hook for
Yeah,
you to see like, yeah, this my work,
yeah,
right?
exactly. You can put anything that is going to catch the interest of the person in front of you. It could be a killer feature. It could be a problem resolved. It could be any big goals that you're aiming at. Something that much catch hook the person in front of you. So exactly. Second point is budget. So have measurable milestone, and us we measure them with product development and then product adoption. Product development is simply going. building your project as all its infra, making sure that project works, and then product adoption is going to the market, having a product market fit, and finding your first users, your first 10 users, first 100, and growing your project from there. Why you sell yourself by sharing what you've done on Solana and other valuable information. Hackathon super team. I often have this question of people coming like, hey, I already had a grant from a super team. I already won a hackathon. Can I ask for a grant to the Solana Foundation? And I'm always yes, because if some people gave their trust to you by giving you money, by giving you or making you win a hackathon, that means your project is interesting. That means you already have people interested by your project. So come and ask for a grant, because you might have our interest as well. You are having a good place on Solana, or anywhere else, and we want to know what you've won, what you got, and what type of grant, investment, or anything like that you got. It's super interesting for us. One point that is, will it be open source? To give you a number, 9 out of 10 projects that are technical are open source. People are like, oh yeah, but what if someone stole my open source repo? I'm like, if someone use your open source part and is more successful than you, that means they are winning on something else. Maybe the communication, maybe the marketing, maybe the user acquisition, the user retention. The best example is Jupiter. Jupiter is open source, and if you want to go and build a second Jupiter and steal their ideas, go try. We saw a lot of other projects trying to do the same with Jupiter, but they don't have the same energy. They are not doing exactly the same. So
Mm,
you can be open source and be successful with people using your project, your open source part.
got
Do
it.
you plan to raise funds? This is an important question. If you aim at having a convertible grant, and that's interesting for a lot of people that want to have investment, because a convertible grant is different from our normal grants. When you get a grant from us, we don't ask you to give us any money. We don't ask you to give us any equities. We don't ask you to give us anything but the milestone that you've reached. The convertible grant is different. It means whenever you get the grant and want to turn it into an investment, you can. Let's say you get $50,000 of grant. This money, if you want to turn it into investment, it's possible with a convertible grant. And I get this question of, why would I turn free money into an investment? This is interesting. Here is why. Because having the name of Solana Ventures / Solana Foundation is sometimes way more valuable than having $50 free money just to pay 1 or 2 months runway. So that's why thinking about, oh, I should have the Solana Foundation investing into my project might be interesting as well with convertible grants. More details about convertible grants on the website if you want to know. So how is this a public good is our last question, and the most important for us. It will make your chance to get a grant higher, because we only fund public good project at the foundation. But what is a public good project? Being a public good is having an impact on the community, on the technical side or on the community side. On the technical side is pretty simple: being open source, making part of your project that is available to everyone to build on top of it, creating innovative ways of using the Solana blockchain. That's the part of the technical aspect, which is the most simplest one to be a public good. The second one is having an impact on the community. And I'm going to use an example. Uh, this example, Bonk, in the first days, it was just a meme coin, a shit coin. You can call it anything that you want. Bonk, in the first days, was just a coin. Today, Bonk is a public good, and you're going to be, why would they be a public good as a token? But today, Bonk bought back exchange art, has a grant program for artists. They have a hackathon called Bonkathon. People use Bonk as a solution payment, and they also are hosting a lot of Solana event all across the world. So their impact on Solana is so huge that today, as a project, Bonk is a public good. So that's how you can qualify one of the public good, one of the public good aspect that you could have with your project. Go
Hmm.
back to this one. Gonna go quickly over the must, the don't. The must, I said it already. Take your application seriously. You're asking for a lot of money and for the foundation to trust you. We've already gone over this already. Read your application multiple times and make sure that you're not making errors in it, which is important. Having someone who writes well and is not making any mistake is cool to read. Is showing us that is professional. I'm gonna go over the topic of AI. You could definitely use AI to create an application, but do not use it like, hey, make an application for grant and just send it raw. It won't work because all the AIs are doing the same. They write the same way. The structure is the same. So I see right away when someone used an AI. So use AI to correct mistakes, have to rephrase it perfectly, maybe find a way. But in the end, you have to rewrite it your own way to make it more personal and more understandable by myself. So you can use AI to make no errors, but rewrite it yourself. Um, Share as many information as possible to make our job easier, but also for us to understand your goal with the grant. That's super important to us for us to understand why you're asking for a grant, what situation are you, what have you done, more and more. The more information that we have, the better it will be for us to go forward. And the must is read the whole main page of the grants funding. You have like 90 to 95% information about grants on the page, and every single day I have at least one person coming towards me. I want to ask for a grant. How do I do? Like, just type Solana grants, and you have all the information. So read the whole page in details. um,
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
yeah,
They want to, like, lots of projects just want to for you to take their hand, and with a
yeah,
baby step and do all the work for them and give them the money, like,
yeah.
and that's just not how this should work,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. So even today, someone sent me on LinkedIn like, "Hey, so thanks for the information. I prepared a document. Can you share me the mail to send the grants to?" I'm like,
Okay.
yeah,
You didn't read enough. You didn't read enough. Read
I
again.
just sent the link without even t- talking. I'm like, the link, just read.
Oh gosh.
The don't. Uh, Talking about seriousness is not talking to us like kids with word like Wagme or LFG. That's not professional. Take it seriously, as I said, uh, really seriously. The don't is sharing us no information or making us wanting to sign an NDA. It's like, hey, I'm asking for a grant, but I'm gonna give more info when you sign an NDA and you give us the grant. I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
that's kind of bullshit, Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. You're asking for money and for NDA and you want marketing and all
Yeah,
other stuff, like.
and we have this type of demand a lot of time. This
Yes.
this one asking for money to come to Solana is quite tricky because it's not asking for money to come to Solana is that's a problem. It's more the way you ask it. Because if you ask it like, "Hey, I need money to come to Solana. If not, if we don't get the grant, we're not gonna come." That's not the way you ask. If you need money to come to Solana, you are like, "Oh, hey, we found out that Solana is a good fit to our project. We found some technical aspects that are interesting, and here is why we came to ask for a grant to help us integrate Solana into the project." So that's two different ways of asking for money to come to Solana, but one is way better than the other one. So yeah, and the don't is apply with a generic application made for every blockchain, and after more than 2 years reading runs every day, I can see when someone is just copy pasting to every blockchain to try to get a grant somewhere.
Just like jumping from blockchain to blockchain and
Yeah,
see where they can get the fit, the money, and do something for them.
yeah,
Basically, like okay,
yeah.
got
I can feel it and I see it when it's like super generic.
it.
Okay, the let's let's talk about the plus. The plus is have gotten grants from somewhere else on Solana or winning a hackathon. I explained why already. Knowing your competitor and compare yourself correctly, this is super important, and it's also the way how you present your project. Because if you come to me or anyone and say, "Hey, I have a project. It's gonna be the next GTA 5. It's gonna be the next Amazon. It's gonna be the next Netflix," I'm not gonna take you seriously, because if you want to have your first billion users, just try to get your first 10 users, your first 50 users, which is the hardest part to get your first users. So know your competitors, compare yourself correctly, and we're gonna understand where you position yourself, and we're gonna be okay. We understand now where you see yourself and things like that.
But like, is it okay to send you, for example, like a piece or the graph that here are like my competitors and why I'm better, like with all the like pluses in different like fields, like because my competitors doesn't have this, and I have it, like for example, something like
Uh,
that.
I personally don't like this because you never
Okay.
know if I'm a friend with someone in the project, if someone invested into the project. Is it like a Solana Foundation closed project which we help? It's like comparing yourself to a project is like, oh, look how good I am, while how bad they are. And usually it's turned the way like, oh, I have everything and they have nothing. But if you take other points, like different points, you will see that, oh, let's say you compare Soulflare and Phantom. You could say, hey,
Hmm.
look, Phantom is the best because we have a username, we have social aspect, we have different blockchain. See, we are the best. But on the other hand, if you change the thing and say, oh, Soulflare is winning because they are faster, they have ambassadors, they have merch, and you see that you can create different type of presentation with comparing to other project, but you are the one who is leading the viewers towards what you want. And I do think that it's not the best thing to do. I'm not saying you must not do it, but I do think that's not really the best thing to do. But
Got
when
it.
I say knowing your competitor, right, compare yourself correctly, it's more like, oh, okay, I'm a wallet, let's say, and my competitor are going to be Backpack, Phantom, and Soulflare because they are the giant on Solana, but and Jupiter on mobile. And you're like, oh, okay, the, these are our competitors, but we are going to stand out because we are going to focus on RWA. We're going to have a account abstraction. You're going to be able to connect with a mail. You're going to be able to connect with your Google Wallet or Apple Wallet. Uh, that's
Or
how
like
I think
Or,
comparing.
or we will have like some gamify elements with
Yes,
like XP points, stuff that will stand out us from the competitors. So you will like see it as a funny wallet or like interesting wallet to use on
yeah,
everyday basis, right?
yeah,
Something like
exactly.
this.
And that's how you see that I'm not throwing things on other wallet. I'm just putting myself on the same rank, but showing what makes me stand out and why you should choose us on this topic. But I'm not saying, oh, the other one, they don't have RWA, they don't have gamification, they don't have anything like that, so they are bad. So that's really important the way you share it also.
Yeah, got it.
Be humble and pretentious at the same time. This is also super tricky. The way I try to explain this one is you must not be a we are the best, we are gonna be destroying everyone because we are the best. Doesn't work. But on the other way, you should not be like, oh, maybe we can help. So find the right angle and be in the middle, like, oh, we have something that is really great, that is standing out, but we would love to have your help. we would have to collaborate, find the perfect balance between um, being humble and pretentious. And I think that for me is cool to see people knowing what they are doing, but also knowing that they need help from someone.
And is it true that like if you are seeking help, right, you have to know what help is like you are thinking. For example, if you're thinking the money, it's the one thing, but if you're seeking the marketing, the exposure within the Solana Foundation, you have to also write it and say that this would help us. For example, if you like won't fund us for some amount of money with a grant, right?
Yeah, definitely. Most of the time, you will ask for money for sure. But if, as I said earlier, if you look here at product development and product adoption, maybe you're super early in product development and you're like, oh, we might need more help into the technical aspect. Or maybe you have a working product and say, hey, product adoption might be better. And maybe we will talk about different activation, social campaign, which is going to be more interesting. So yeah, knowing what you want and the type of help that you need is great as well. It helps us understand clearly, and that's cool. And the
Got
last
it.
one are for a bigger project. So the plus plus is already being a public good and being able to explain it if needed, which is for big project or project that are already a public good. And the plus plus, the last one is following the Solana Foundation's narrative. Since last year, we are doing a lot of events through the world on the topic of payment, RWA, and stablecoins. So that's going to be easier to find help. It's going to be easier to find collaboration and find fundings from the Solana Foundation or something else. And um, the second one, we have online event. Last year we had Blix and token extension. If you follow narratives, it's going to be easier for us to see the scope and see how you're building around.
Got
Example,
it.
I showed Bonk, and here is an example of the type of application that you should not do. I wanted to show what I see when I see an application. So I always see deal description. Here,
Establishing a screw. Okay, that's nice.
and that's what I see, but that's not how you ask for
A relative building.
yeah. Why this team CEO. That's yeah, that's
That's nice. That's nice.
yeah. And
It's,
to finish, I'm gonna open one thing right after. So to finish, some of you might have this question of what if I do not fit the framework of the foundation, and you see that. Oh, sorry. You see that there is a lot of different other ways of getting funds. The first one are super team or kumeka team. I don't know if you have like a grant program, but
we do. We have like the like small grants,
yeah,
Instagrams.
yeah, exactly. So if you need lower amount of money and fast answer, uh, I said fast answer, not fast. Yes, that's super.
Yes, yes.
That's
That's the difference. That's the difference.
because I see people coming saying, "Oh, but you said the super team is going to give me a grant super fast." I said, "No, they are going to give you an answer super fast if it's yes or no." You have build with Monkey on a lot of different topic, Meteora to accelerate on the DeFi topic, Bonk Armmaster with creator grants. You have Tensor for NFTs and the adoption of Tensor protocol, and also I want to share one thing is this wait, I'm gonna share the right one. Sorry, I need to change up. Yes. So Joseph shared a whole thread with all the funding opportunities on Solana. You can see that you have Build with Monkey that I just shared about building a project that is going to be benefit to the Monkey DAO community. Meteora with anything related to DeFi. If you want to talk about education, you have the Grid Academy, decentralized with Solana Foundation and Metaplex, Artist with Bonk, USDC grant program about stablecoin, the super team as well with Instagrams, Solar Foundation, myself, Jupiter and super team earn with content for the Jupiter, Finternet, Instagram, Tensor, Metaplex, and you have also other ones, um, but I'm gonna share the last time I changed my screen, so I'm not I'm not making you change the thing. And
No, all good, all good.
you have the QR code here if you want to go to the thread and see the thread and find the perfect
Scan,
framework to fit and also apply for the right grants. All the tips and information that I shared here are available for all the grants that you're asking here or in the future, or any money investment that you're going to ask for. And if you have any question, I'm happy to help.
yeah, so scan the QR code, guys, to see like the lots of ways to get the money from the Solana and the Solana ecosystem, and that's great that projects are building and pushing, things hard with this. So just don't be lazy and keep it very seriously. You can't just apply with setting up a new school and hope for the best. That's not how this works. You have to give like as much information as you can, and you have to be strict. You like see the grants and the opportunities to earn money as the investment, because the Solana Foundation are invested in you, in your brand, and in your projects, and they want to trust you, and they want you to fill all your goals, KPIs, and be successful within the Solana ecosystem, because that's where the Solana also winning. You bring more exposure, you bring more traction, and yeah, and that's where we all win, right? At the end of the day. So okay, so if you have any questions right now for the Kuga, thank you for the presentation. By the way, it was really great, really insightful. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat on the Twitter or in our Telegram chat. Xenia will check them out, and Xenia will check them out, and we'll see. Okay, we have one. We have one already. I didn't get to mine, but we have one already. Okay.
What trends will be hot next year?
In
Um,
your opinion, like,
um, I do think that anything that is going to make people getting onboarded easier, and anything related to TradeFi, which is already hot at the moment, but maybe more tools, more application that makes people um, invest in things that they want the easiest way, I would say. We saw that the the hardest, I think, at the moment type of DeFi is Camino. I mean, to understand, to see how it works and everything. I think for me, Camino is in the top of the thing that you need to really understand before using. The second one are going to be Jupiter, Jito with just buy LST and let them in your wallet. You don't have to do anything with them, and you can earn money over time. And then the third step is make things super easier for everyone. And I put Lulo inside it. If you heard about Lulo, it's the way you just go and say, hey, I want this API, and they just give you the API with that is available within the app super easily. And I think that if you make it even easier and make a different way for people to invest, it could be stocks, it could be crypto, it could be anything, even stable coins to invest. I mean, not stable coin, but like uh, anything that you want to invest into. I think that DeFi could be bigger, and consumer apps that are growing at the moment, and is one of our focus with the Solana Foundation. Consumer apps.
DeFi consumer apps. Because my question was basically, what are the most underexplored areas, like it's on ecosystems, that you need for builders to like, to concentrate more, like because I thought it was, is it that AI is still booming, like AI agents is still like a thing. Yeah.
I would say maybe one of the topic that is not really known by everyone is it's related to AI and Web3, but it's a proof of humanity type of project where when you use internet, you're proving who you are. And because the more we see more and more AI everywhere, and going to use a website and proving that it's you, it includes maybe in the future, when I say proof of humanity type of project, it could be having your ID inside your wallet, your official ID with the governments. We see that with UAE already, where you have your ID as an NFT. And I think that in the future, a lot of governments are going to adopt the same, and maybe
Hmm.
creating this type of infrastructure where governments could use it officially might be interesting, but that's not next year. It's
Yeah. It's a long shot. Yeah, right. Also, how do you think will Deepin is still like have the next breeze of the air? Like, will it still go like live and pumping, or like it's the thing of the past right now?
I think it depends on where you place yourself, because as a users, a lot of person don't understand how Depin works. They just see if it's possible to make money or not. If not, they won't try to understand. But yeah, Deepin is a big topic and it's still growing. But I don't think we're gonna see a boom. It's just gonna grow. But it's not gonna be like, oh boom, Deepin is the topic. Deepin has been a topic for like 2 years now, like an important one, and it has never left. It always has been a big topic. But yeah, Deepin is gonna stay. He's gonna stay big. But having a big boom, I don't know. That personally, I don't know.
Got it. Got it. Okay, coming up with my few questions. Like that was the first one with underexplored area. The second one is like, for example, when you look at some successful projects you've baked already, right? What's do they have some common threads on how those founders initially came up with their ideas, or how they sold the projects to you?
You think about like a successful project that went through the foundation, or
Yeah,
any.
yeah.
Oh, first of all, successful project for me are being able to bring something innovative. We don't. I don't mean by innovative. I don't mean like create something new, but more like, oh, okay, we have this topic. Maybe we should change something a little bit to make it easier to understand, or make it harder, but make more interest for the people. So coming with an innovative idea, um, putting in efforts to grab your first users, like understanding your market, understanding the users that you want to have, because people always think about, oh, I need to have 1,000 follower, I need to have 10,000 follower, but in the end, um, I'd rather have 500 follower and have 100 real users that are helping me, giving feedbacks,
Hmm.
going for the thing, and making your first revenue. I think that making your first revenue is super important as well. So you can prove yourself and prove people around you that needs to understand how your project works, to see that you could be big if you grow the project correctly. So, and also one thing that I always say is, um, being at the right place at the right moment. And the picture that I use when I say this is like, you're running on a track, on a circle track, and at one moment
Hmm.
you'll see the luck coming on the track, or you might encounter the right person on the track. uh, but if you stay on the track day and night, the right moment will come one day for sure. So that means if you stay on Solana or on any other blockchain or any other topic, if you stay in your thing and trying to get the luck happening, the luck will happen at one moment because you stayed and gave your best. And yeah, sometimes don't happen for reasons, personal reason, professional reasons, financial reasons. but staying on the track and doing your best, you'll never regret something that you tried. But if you never try, you'll just regret. Oh, I should have tried. It's always the same with people that don't buy Bitcoin, and they're like, oh, I should have bought. But sometimes when people buy and then they sell too early, they're like, oh, at least I got something. So that's one of the
Yeah,
examples.
yeah, yeah, yeah. At least I've survived the dip, where you shouldn't have been selling. Yeah, that's how what we are did at least once in our lifetime. Yeah.
Exactly.
So let's look at this picture the other way. So let's say there is a project, he's in the trend right now, for example, the consumer apps or something like that, and they like see that they are fitting for the grant. How do you advise them to like identify real problems versus the problems they created by their own and trying to make a solution for them? Like
Um, I I'm on Solana every single day, so I know what are the problems. So when I know when someone is creating a problem, but I don't mind if you create a problem that brings an innovative way and is going to bring something valuable to Solana, as long as you're like, oh, okay, this problem is minor, but I'm going to make like it's something big. But if you create a problem that no one has, I'm just like, yeah, but you're making a solution where no one will use at the moment. For example, the biggest example is we have scientific papers that we need to stock somewhere. Most of them are stocked online or in libraries of universities. But we had some projects are like, oh, we're gonna put them into crypto, so they are as NFTs or any token to be able to stock this paper research, and that's what people want. And I was like, wow, the idea is cool, but in the end, it was not a problem for anyone. Maybe in
okay,
the future, when we will use in Web3 all day long, it's going to be seamless and everything. Maybe this problem is going to be bigger, and you'll see more and more PhD people, university people wanting to put their research into the blockchain, and this might be an ask in the future. But right now, it's not. So that's how I see it.
okay. But like for example, when you like say no to the grants to the projects, are you giving them like some I don't know comment on like, hey, it's not your time, please like
Mm.
maybe in the future or something like that?
Yes, exactly. You always have a reason. Most of the
Okay.
time, it's because you are either not enough of a public good. The second one is because you are too early or the application is not well written. And the last one is, I mean, you have other a lot of other reasons, but these are the three mains that I gave. That I give. The last one is already exist. When you have like a leader on a topic, and people are like, oh, for example, if you come and ask for a lot of money for a swap and you're super early, I'm gonna be no, at least prove yourself as a public good, maybe, and then we'll think about it. But why would we give like for $40,000 to a swap when it's integrated everywhere, and now every project have their own swap with different routes? But yeah, that's how we give information.
But like if the project like for example, if it's a wallet, right?
Yeah.
And he's saying like, yeah, we're building a wallet. There are already lots of wallets on the on Solana,
Yeah.
right? But we have some like additional features we would like to implement, and we see the user traction. We will have the user traction for it. Like, do you still like say no to them and saying that this is already exists? So sorry, guys, or like,
It really depends on a lot of different things. Most of the time, I would say no, but there is some
mhm,
particular reasons. Who is behind? Sometimes it's super important. Why are you building a wallet when a lot of others already exist? If you give an idea on how you're going to stand out, and the third one
mhm.
is how you're going to be a public good on Solana. So if there is one of the three that is like super interesting for us. I'm like, okay, maybe it's worth checking. You can maybe pass my stage and see if the BD is interested behind.
Okay, got it. Do you have like some like red flags that are not like as obvious as, for example, as you show us, like in the screenshot before, like, but like you're for example reading like a well-written presentation and you see something and you're like thinking like every fucking time you do this every fucking time, guys, saying just no within the first five minutes. Do you have something like that, like in your like from your experience?
Well, I share the most obvious ones with. Sometimes I just see, when you type the prompt in AI and
Okay.
the AI say, here is a possible grant application, and
Uh,
they copy everything with this phrase, and it just puts it and like, okay, grant sent. Uh, that's one
oh
of the.
gosh. Yeah, that's
No, I would say one of the red flag that for me is not that obvious is the time you take to make a grant application. If you make one day and if you make it in under one day and like, yeah, that's the perfect one, like, because you have to go over how to describe your application, you have to explain who you are, you have to explain how you're going to be public good, and thinking about being public good is not easy, explaining the competitors and the usage of the budget. So that's five big points that you really need to think about them before applying. And sometimes like, you maybe apply the too fast. I sometimes some people just apply in less than 30 minutes, and I'm like, what?
okay. Yeah, got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, let's. I have a few more questions, but I will go with like one more, and then we will give the stage to Xenia. She has like something in her pocket with the questions from the audience. Like in your opinion, like how important is technical feasibility versus like marketing timing?
For me, technical feasibility is more important.
Okay.
Depends the topic, but I would say that technical feasibility is more important. Um, I often think about most of the people come into crypto to get more money. So I think about DeFi, and I'm like, yeah, if you create a DeFi project based only on marketing, you're not gonna grab people, or it might be something shady. When we saw Pump.fun growing, it wasn't because they were marketing it. It's because it was easy to use and everyone was on it, because technically anyone could do anything on it. When we saw Camino growing, that's because the possibility of the API, the collaboration with all, that's also technical. That's you see maybe some collaboration as marketing, but it's more like, oh, you use this and you could get um, more token on this one, so that's more API. So if it works on the technical aspect, the marketing
Mhm.
have a chance to work behind. So
Yeah.
I would say in Web3 most of the time I think about the technical feasibility first.
Got it. You just remind me about the pump don't fun, and I'm like thinking, like, how the fuck, who would know this would work? Like, who would think that everybody would need to create tokens every day with thousands of new tokens just to be
Yeah.
just to be published for what? Like, what's the reason? And people just like, yeah, let's do some stuff. Come on, gosh. I don't have the expertise, but if they would apply for an Instagram, I don't know if I would like invest there myself, but like here we are.
I would have thought about it twice as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you for the answer. That was really insightful. Ksenia, do you have some questions for us? Yeah, we have. So,
How to show how's my project better? Nurturing um, competitors cons. Um, that's the way I explained it earlier. It's like when you compare to competitors, you should not make people listening feel like the other project are bad, but more like how you are standing out, how you are better in some points. Instead of saying, "Oh, see, Phantom has a username, but they have no gamification. That's not cool. They have social, but it's limited." You should maybe you should it's not maybe, but you should talk about how you are gonna change the game by like, oh, we're integrating that, and for the people that or have users name or want to have a social aspect within it, we have this that is going to be better or uh, that is going to be there because it doesn't exist yet. Because as I said, you don't want to to throw shades at other projects. It's sometimes risky because I'm talking like this because I saw it during a demo day when someone was like super early in their project and they were like, "Oh, my project is better. Look at their project. They don't have this. They are bad at this, and their revenue is going down." And one of the judges, one was of the on the investor of the project that was saying
Okay, okay.
road shade. So if you say, uh, I mean, you are here to sell your project, not to compete with the others. You That's the right sentence. I have it. You compare yourself with the others. You don't compete yourself with the others when you are presenting your project to someone. In fact, you are
Yeah,
competing, but when you are explaining your project, you're not competing. You're not in a competition, in a pitch competition where you have Phantom, you have Soulflare, you have Backpack, you have Jupiter on stage where they are all presenting. If you are in a competition, like let's say you are in a hackathon, you must do a game, Web3 game based on chess, and everyone around you is doing something. Now maybe you can do this, like, oh hey, I have this and they don't. But in the global presentation, I would say not really showing it. I hope I answered correctly.
yeah, you're not selling your projects, but by bad mouthing your competitors. This is a
Yes.
bad idea, a bad selling idea,
Yeah.
and you will not succeed it in in the long run. Basically, you would probably can sell it to a few investors, but not too many, if you're doing like that.
When you see big projects, they never compare themselves to others. You would say, oh, they are already successful. But even if they go to institutions and governments and everything, you never see Jito saying, oh, Jupiter is bad or Marinade is super bad. You never saw any project saying something like that. They always saying, we are better in this, and they are showing why. They are never saying, oh, the others are bad. We are the best. No, it's always talking about them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And basically you should honor your competitors because the competition is good for the end user and
Yes.
basically for projects. 'Cause they have lots of new creative ideas and they don't scared to implement them to
Yep.
lose some like the first place. They're always trying to do something new, something fun, and to reach out the new audience.
Yeah. Recently we've saw something like this with Jito being at the top in TVL for like months, and then Camino and Jupiter came back, and then we saw the announcement of Jupiter, announcement of BAM from Jito, announcement from this, and when you have like same competition, it's only gonna bring good things to users. Oh, their
Yeah.
users are getting better things. Okay, we're gonna do something to give even more to the users. So yeah, that's how I see it.
It's like I saw that the Maple markets on Camino they dropped the API of the USDC, to like 5% or something like that, and then Jupiter came with the landing and gave like 12%, and the next day or the day after that, like I see the Maple has like already 6 or 8, like okay guys, you're getting better.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, 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 and it's good for me, like yeah. Okay, next question.
What is the possible framework to define future or current trends? Because ecosystem is kind of huge. I do think that yeah, the ecosystem is super huge, and you need to find what type of topic you like. I would say what type of topic you're interested into, because it's not gonna be the same if you're in DeFi and if you're in I don't know, gaming. If you're in DeFi, you're gonna be interested by how to give more yield to the users, how to diversify your yield, how to make more make DeFi more appealing. That's the type of trend that come and in DeFi. And if you are, for example, in gaming, at first it was like, oh, creating a whole Web3 game. Like, okay, today it's not really the trend. Um, you're going to be okay. Maybe in gaming, the trend is to create an infrastructure for games to being created on, or maybe creating an infrastructure where you could create DAO in games. I don't know. Depends the type of topic that you are interested into, because it's the same today with mobile. We see mobile, um, and and the trend is gonna come, like you're gonna. I mean, that's the question that I always ask myself: is okay, I'm using this app. Why can't I do this? I don't know what I can do, but whenever I can't do something, I'll always write it down, and
Hmm.
that's how I saw this trend. It's not really a trend, but more an innovative way of account abstraction that is going to be everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, I love. I'm not a decentralized Maxi, to be honest. I'm not decentralized Maxi, so I love connecting myself with my Google account, uh, which is my wallet. Uh, I have multiple Google accounts. I have multiple wallets to be super secure. I also have four FA. I don't have two FA. I have four FA. I,
Okay, okay.
I bought a YubiKey, and I can unlock only if I have the YubiKey physically. So that means I'm super secure. But on the other way, I'm making my Web3 journey better. But yeah, find a topic where you think you like, and think what could be done in this topic, and you'll see that trends are going to come. Sometimes you never see major trends coming besides the stable coin RWA. We saw them coming, but like meme coins and airdrops, impossible
Hmm.
to predict.
Yeah,
Impossible.
yeah. Yeah, it was like said that like a few years ago, there was super great and successful to become an ambassador of one or other projects because you can work like, for example, for a year for like free to like to submit to the projects, but then they will give you like they're giving you like lots of tokens and you are like waiting with them. You like and you have like basically repaid all the job that has been done for you as a gratitude from the project on that matter. Now it turns out to be just as the same job. The project is like, hey, we're looking for ambassadors, but we are not paying in tokens, so we can like talk for like some additional payments or with Swag or with something else. Same was with like AMAs, like when projects wanted to have like more exposure, and they were going to different telegram chats, and like making this exposure with AMAs and paid lots of money for that, and then AMA hunters became a thing, and then like and yeah, and they have to figure something out, then airdrops came in, like
Yeah,
yeah. So this is hard to predict what's gonna come next, for that matter. So you can
yeah, we
you
tried to
just
shot some trends. I would say we were at Solana. We were early with RWA stable in payment, and right now it's been a few months already, but we are focusing on consumer apps. Maybe
okay.
it might be a future trend in 1 year, but that's our focus at the moment. And
Yeah,
you can see them with sorry to cut you on this one, but you can see them that sometimes we make announcement on the Solana account where we say, hey, there is more grants for AI, you have more grants for consumer. uh, See the topics of the IRL events that Solana is doing, because Solana is never doing an event just to do an event with random speakers. They're like, okay, we have a major topic, let's put people into it.
Hmm. Yeah, got it. Got it. Yeah, that does make sense. That does
Yeah,
make sense. Also, you can check like the hackathons, like basically for the global hackathon
yeah,
has lots of tracks, and you can see like what are more like reliable, where there is lots of people participating in one track, and there is one free niche, for example. I think the stable coins in the previous hackathon was like much of a free niche. There wasn't like lots of participants for that one, but I
yeah.
think like the upcoming hackathon will have much more of that because we see that this is a trend already.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, let's go.
Those following the trends make my chance to win grants higher. I would call them narratives instead of trends because narratives are more professional. If you follow trends, trends really depends, but there is some that we do not fund. For example, we do not fund anything related to meme coin. So, for example, that's a trend, but we don't follow this one. But if you follow the trend of RWA, I always pick these ones because they are not like if you for let's change. If you are following the trend of deep in and you are bringing something valuable, your chance to get grants is higher, of course, because we're interested into this topic. Yes.
Yeah.
How to understand if the project should be fully open source for public good or just open source core? Um, as long as the open source part that you open source is valuable to the community and is not because when we ask for a public an open source project, we think about the technical aspect, the Web3, the Solana aspect that you have within your project that could help other people to integrate it and make it interesting. Let's say you create a solution payment for off ramp, on ramp to any Web3 project. Uh, Maybe the technical aspect of your project is going to be interesting, and the open and being open source is the best way. But most of the time, what I say is when you have this question of uh, will it be open source, and you don't know if you're going to open source at 90% or 100%, I always say uh, put the answer yes and talk about it when you're in the call with the expert because they're going to be better than me first on the technical aspect,
Mhm.
and they are going to be able to answer better than me as well on this one as well.
So you're putting like yes in the form, and then you have a call with the expert, and then you have the talks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that. Um, how do I balance fundraising with actually shipping product? Um, Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna be completely honest on this one. I'm not an expert on that. I don't know um, how you should balance, but from my opinion, I think as long as you have a decent runway to reach your goals, you should try to find money while building something as an MVP. Having an MVP and looking for money is a good situation because you have something somewhat working, but you and have something to present, and you have time to look for money as investment grant or anything else.
Yeah, yeah, but basically, that's actually easy. You have to balance yourself. You have 24 hours in a day, so basically 12 hours you're like doing the calls and asking for for the money, and the next 12 hours you're not sleeping because sleep is for losers. Like you're just shipping and delivering. Like work don't stop, grind don't stop.
Exactly.
No, 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 I'm
Just
kidding.
never
I'm
sleep.
kidding. Yeah, yeah, and you still don't you still can't to be burnt out, so yeah, you have to balance this as well. Okay, yeah, yeah, no, I'm kidding, guys, I'm kidding, you have to sleep. So
So actually, we can say that DeFi will be more prominent than TradFi or something. Reason- No, you can compare. You can compare, but I would say that DeFi is completely different than TradFi, because TradFi is settled, is like super looked by institution, by governments, and TradFi is like in the everyone knows what's the stock. Everyone knows uh, how, what is it to invest on stocks, but not everyone is doing it. And today, DeFi is no like you could ask 10% in 10% in the street, they won't be able to explain you what DeFi is. Uh, the difference is uh, how what is going to be the most important to the eyes of everyone. Uh, like if you have to, I hate using this word, but what would be the best in the eyes of the normies that don't know what DeFi is? So you can compare TradFi and DeFi on the technical aspect, which is where you see a lot of DeFi trends coming from TradFi, and we literally had an announcement today from Remora Market saying that you can trade stocks on their platform, where uh, you are taking stuff from TradFi technically to the DeFi, and um, you are not really comparing, but you are like looking at both of them and seeing what works in one, what should be in the other one, what's in TradFi that should be in DeFi to be a trend. But you can, in the end, to answer the second question, you can compare everything. Just find the right points to compare them on something. I mean, that's my point of view, at least.
Yep. Got it. Agree on that. Okay, I think we are 1 hour and like few minutes behind, so probably we can get started with the form. So guys, we will share a form with you in the chats, and probably Ksenia will post a link here as well. This is a form for you to fill about your project. About your project, you will have like how much? I guess 4 minutes for each. Oh, hey, Serhi, what you doing
Hey,
here, buddy? Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm so happy to see you guys today here. You are so good looking today, and your laugh, Andrew, made my evening.
Okay, I know how to do this. I'm a millennial, so I like always do like this, but this is a new trend, so yeah. So here is the love. Thanks. You're here to talk about the form, right?
Yeah, I believe Ksenia asked me just to support guide with the form, and as I know, we have 4 questions, 5 minutes for each of them, and yeah, let's. I believe the form is already in the chat, so please, guys, open the form. First question is pretty easy. It's just to share with us your name. Everyone can
Uh,
do it.
yeah, Ksenia, can you please open the form on some of your laptops and show it in like here a screen and show a screen with the form so people would know and see it know what they have to fill out, and so he can comment on that.
Yep, that would be awesome.
I'm just good with ideas. I mean, like you guys, like.
While we're waiting for the form on the screen, you guys just can send us pluses if you can enter the form at all, if it's working for you. Yeah, send pluses in the stream chat if it works for you.
Yeah, because it doesn't work for me, so like I'm out of the game. And you should be happy because I have lots of ideas and I know how to ship them. I'm just not taking grants from Solana Foundation because because we have a kumeka team and we do this here. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, completely working. Sounds good. So we still
Sounds
have to
good
wait,
to me.
or yes, he, or maybe can you, or okay, yeah, we have this idea gen. Idea gen is like idea generation. Um,
Yesterday we were talking about the name of this category, and we came up with I am Degen. This is the name of the form, actually, but it's not. It's about the ideas. Yeah, so let's start. The name part is the easiest one, and I believe we can just hop to the next one about the details of problems you're trying to solve. And here I would just say, I know that most of you guys are thinking about the only one problem: how to become rich finally, or how to become popular finally. But that's
yeah,
not the problem we are trying to solve here. Today we are trying to deliver ideas or problems that could be solved for Solana on behalf of Solana, and just to make the space better place. And there are a lot of problems around. Um, let's start 5 minutes from now and just outline everything that you are seeing that could be done better. Let's say you are using some of swaps bridges, and you see that UX may be done better, so you can do it for you. um, Maybe you see that you are you have too much money and you want to spend it online, but not on the casual Web2 marketplaces, and you would love to build one on the Web3.
or you
Let's
know how to run the off ramp on ramp payment system without the KYC. That would be like super great for the Web2 people that just come in, posting their credit card and having the USDC on their wallet without like do this do this KYC every time with the passport and stuff. You know, like because
Yeah, with
yeah,
your
'cause
fingerprints or face scanning and just go
or
through.
something. Yeah. Because like I really hate this one. Like I'm not using like off ramp and on ramp right now pretty much, but still for people that are like coming to the ecosystem and saying, hey, how do I found my wallet? And they're like, let's do the KYC first. And they're like, okay, I'm out, guys. I don't know this is, but you want to steal my passport and you want to steal my ID card, so I'm not with you. This is some bullshit, you know.
Yeah, problems are all around us. And sometimes you don't even realize that something is making people pissed until you talk with them. And I believe there are a lot of founders on this stream right now. And maybe you already had your research before this video call, and you can share with us some of your greatest ideas.
Like hey ChatGPT, what problems can I solve within the Solana ecosystem? And he's giving you like dozens stuff that doesn't even not the problems, and you just like copy pasting it in the form. Like I can solve all this stuff with like vibe coding and etc. By the way, Kuga, how do you think like vibe coding is this going to become a thing?
I don't know. I'm not technical. I'm not a dev, so I don't know how much it's needed.
Like that's right, but that's like that's for example that's not for devs. Basically you just
Yeah,
have like AI agents that you just have to know how to write the correct prompts, and you have
yeah.
like the code basically.
I'm training right now with. I mean, the last few days I've been training with Lovable, trying to
Okay.
see what I can do. So it's impressive as someone who never devved
Never code.
anything. that's, that's
Yeah,
impressive
that's
to create a whole website.
yeah, that's actually great. Yeah, and there was a story in the news that there is some guy that won like 4 or 5 hackathons with just vibe coding skills, without without even know how to code, and like everybody's like, yeah, that's probably gonna be a thing.
You know, NVIDIA CEO said that there is only one programming language we need, and this is English. And there is no reason we cannot trust him. And everybody knows English, and we can code with our words, and this is the future. I want to believe in this because I don't want to learn C++, Rust, and all of this stuff.
I mean, you still with the vibe coding. Like my personal view is that you still have to know how to at least read the code, because like AIs are not perfect, with at least for now, and there are gonna be like mistakes and flaws, like with this stuff. So
If you're not
that would be
technical,
like at least to know the base for that. I don't know. It's just my opinion, and I'm not a technical guy, but I'm just like thinking out loud here.
yeah, you had to know at least how to structure your work and how to logically
Yeah.
build over time. Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it's time. We can move on with the following questions. Can you do it for us, Ksenia?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, please outline in detail your customer and demographics. That's a tough one, actually, because everyone, when it's come to Web3, everyone just say, hey, my perfect customer is a male 18 to 40 who is using Web3 and computers.
And who
And
has money? Who has money? Do you have money? You're my customer. So like,
yeah,
keep it
but
here.
but it's not true. There are a lot of women, a lot of people of older age are trying to explore what is Web3, and maybe Kuka can share some insights on that. What other companies actually sees as their main customers, and who are using Web3 and who are using Solana? Kuka, can you share this insights with us?
For us, it's I mean, for anyone, it's important to know your customer, know the type of people that you're targeting, because it really depends on if you are targeting Europe, USA, Africa, Asia, or South America. They are not using Web3 the same way in each country, in each region. Uh, for myself, just by seeing the Europe, I already see difference between Germany, France, UK. They are not using or seeing the DeFi, seeing the Web3 thing, anything related to Solana in general, the same way as the other ones. And for example, you might target more mobile type of people if you're in Africa, uh, Nigeria, or
Mhm.
Southeast Asia. They are more into on their web phone. So knowing who you're targeting is important. And yeah.
Do you know what is the demographics for Solana generally? Like, what is the age of people who are most using Solana? Depth. I believe it's better to compare depth customers, not just the chain at all.
So the I would say, from my perspective, the loudest people are like between 30 to 45 years old.
Yeah,
Um,
we are not young. So what? So what?
no, I mean 30 is young. 30 is young. I'm not 30 yet, but 30 is young. I'm already thinking about it in a couple of years. Um, but and the way they use it, most of them are have a wallet on their phone to do stuff such as anything related to tokens and DeFi. But the rest of it, like using apps and everything, they mostly use it on computers, and most of them have portable computer. So it's super general, but that's how I see people using Solana in general.
Yeah, true. Between founders, there are some beliefs like people from Eastern Europe or CIS region or LATAM mostly focused on earning money in crypto. On the other hand, people from Western Europe, North America are mostly focused on using crypto for paying, for using dApps, and so on and so on. People in Asia are totally different. They would rather have fun there. And here we can also divide these people by using communication channels. So
Mm.
here we're using Telegram. So some of the Telegram bots are finalized products and they're selling, they're raising money. But when you go to Asian market, they're most probably use Line or WeChat or
Yeah,
something like that. And there is something different people using in Europe. They
yeah.
are not really into Telegram. They have some from Facebook apps and so on. Yeah, and that's something we could also have to keep in mind. And I believe we already ran out of our 5-minute time limit. and we can go on to the next question. Please outline in detail how much value fixing this problem provides to the customer and how you will generate revenue from the solution. Revenue, are we going to earn with our dApps? I thought we are just going to farm grants and fundraising.
How much value fixing this problem provides to customer, and how will you generate revenue from the solution? Basically, you're also right, like within the grant program, you're also asking if like for example, you see the project that is fit, you also asking them on the call how they're going to generate revenue, right? Or they like writing this in the details within the overview for the grant.
No, we don't ask how they're gonna make revenue. I think it's something that I think about myself directly, because the way you answer how you're gonna fix the problem to someone is mostly the reason of your revenue. And the only question that I would ask is it gonna be free or not? Because if it's free, that means you need to find a way to get incomes. If it's not free, it's not going to be a real public good, since no one will have access to it without paying. So that's the difference. That's the only question that I ask if I need to ask one.
Probably I will be running in front of Andrew, but his beloved phrase is, if you are not paying for the product, probably you are the product.
Yeah.
And and that's something a lot of us trying to avoid, because every product needs to be stored somewhere. We have to pay for the hardware, we have to pay for devs work, for marketing, and so on and so on. And sometimes it's pretty hard at the very beginning. And a lot of companies are trying to sell NFTs or just launch the token from the very beginning, or sell ads at the very end and try to use their audience, or I don't know, selling co-marketing with other devs who are trying to grow. And some of the steps are making the space worse place. So maybe sometime I would rather pay $5 and have full access to the app without ads, without selling me some additional products or any top-ups.
Or like commissions or like public goods, but with like the benefit on top of that, like you can go to the premium and like you can use it for free, but you can use the premium and get some additional features we are building just for like premium users. That's also
the premium aspect is what I was gonna share.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, I think we can move on, right? Like,
this actually one of the hardest questions. Let's give them another minute. And but if you guys are already, let's give another minute and I will share another story. So just yesterday, there is an app for video editing called DaVinci. And a few years ago, it was available just for big filmmakers for $8,000 to make some color effects on the videos, on the films. And they came up with an idea to add some features and sell it to the people for $800 for professionals. But the biggest success, like their super success, became after they made the app 90% free for most of the users, and only this 10% of the features that are needed for super talents, for super pros, made on the paid version. And they generated, I believe, millions of users who are using it for free. And just a small amount of these people who are covering this 10% of tools made this company a billionaire. So yeah, freemium model is a great thing.
Yeah.
Let's go with the next question. Please estimate the current market size and the reason you believe it will grow exponentially over the next 5-10 years. And not the harsh question, because not everyone is aware of how to calculate your market, because some of the companies think that if I launch the product on Solana, probably the whole Solana user base is my user base.
Yeah.
But it's not true.
Yeah.
We will not make a lecture on this right now, but there are a lot of techniques that allow you to segmentize the market. Some, I believe there are that helps you to find. The main thing is to find first 100 users that will use your product and try to find their common interests with other people. Let's say if you have a DeFi product, um, it's not meaning that the whole TVL of Solana DeFi is your opportunity market. And this question, if you are not 100% sure about this, you may keep it blank. You can write that, I don't know, I would love to know more. And we will share some other insights in the future lectures or workshops with you on this topic to help you define the market size for your specific product.
Okay.
Yeah, because even for Kumeka, when we are thinking about what is the market size for us, we can think about the whole Ukraine. But
Yeah.
uh, even though 12% of people in Ukraine are crypto holders, they are not really interested in building projects or creating something on chain. So
Yeah,
we
they
can,
just for now. They just still don't see the picture of what they are missing. Like we just have to show it to them, so they would so they would get some fear of missing out and start building right away. Like that's our job.
yeah. I'm just afraid a little bit about regarding the question from my grandmother. If she will ask me how to deposit my pension on chain or what platform can I use, probably is the good good time for Kumeka. That means we do our job good, but this is the end of the market. I cannot see answers in the real time of this form. If Ksenia can you share with us how many people actually answered the at least first question, if it's possible? Oh, then we
No.
will share results in the future.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I hope everyone had time to fill this form. If not, we will be glad to see the results even after. So keep going, think about your ideas, seeing what you can give to people, what problems you can solve. Share it with us, share it online on Twitter, and we will support all of you in this not easy but really fascinating journey.
Yeah, that's okay. Probably I think like this is form is pretty much hard to answer at the moment. I think we have to build it a bit, a bit lighter for that. So basically, if you are still thinking on filling out the form and you don't know some answers to the questions, let's do this way. Please take your time, resync it, fill out the form, and maybe the next stream we will run through it and run the questions, and we will invite Kuga for the next time and saying, hey, we have the form, we have the answers. Let's get this shit done and tell them why they are wrong and why will they will not get the grant from Slana Foundation. That
As
will be
you
like,
know,
Welcome. I'll definitely
yeah.
come.
Yeah. Yeah, I think basically we share the forum, and I if your guys are still thinking on that, please fill it up already. If not, please follow the Kuga, the Jito. They're gonna have some news and announcement really soon in Europe. The Jito is cooking, and I think you don't want to miss this out. Probably in a few days, we will also, or in a few weeks, we will also see some unpacking of the Seeker Solana Seeker Saga 2 from Kuga. So yeah, check out his Twitter profile. I think this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna remind him on a daily basis. Like, hey, did you like try it? Did you unpack it? Hey, I'm here. I'm here.
Next stream, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the spirit. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think, guys, we can wrap up this session. It was really insightful, really great. We have more than 500 views, which is great. Thank you, Kuga, for your insights. It was really a pleasure, and it was really vibing the stream. I think I have lots of new stuff I can share with our teams and our projects to like for them if they want to apply more like to a bigger grant than Instagram from Kumeka team. And yeah, and I already know how they want to write it. So if you have any last word of advice, please do tell.
Solana is expanding. Solana is big. It's gonna be bigger. Web3 is gonna be bigger. It's a sandbox, so do whatever you want to do. Try, at least try. Don't put yourself in danger when you try financially, because I've lost a lot of money trying some project, trying things. A lot of people lost money, but it's an opportunity that it's one of the rare opportunity that you could get in your life to maybe do something that you would love to do. And maybe everyone say that, but like, live a dream out of your life. You won't have to wake up and be stressed because you go somewhere you don't want to. So if you love Solana, stay on Solana. If you love other blockchain, go try other blockchain. I'm not.
And
I'm,
come back to Solana.
I'm a big Solana maxi, but I like to see. I like to see how Sui is doing at the moment. So I don't mind people going checking out. We like sane competition.
Yeah. So if you live to for another blockchain, try it and wanted to come back, we will wait you here and we will say welcome.
Definitely, it's that's the spirit exactly. But yeah, and one last word to sell something. I never sell something that. But if you want to come and discover the whole world of the Jito ecosystem, it's gonna be super interesting. We're gonna provide a lot of value to anyone who's interested, and build on top of Jito, and you're gonna get some reward and incentives from Jito directly. So
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I'm working for the Jito swag. Like I like the swag.
it's gonna come as well. We're gonna have some as well.
Oh, that's awesome. So guys, let's make this community come into Jito and do some stuff down here. Okay, thank you guys, thank you Kuga for coming. It was a real pleasure. That was pretty awesome, and I think it would be great if you could have time to come for another session in some near future. Basically, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching this live stream. If you have questions left, please don't hesitate. Ask them in our chats. If you have questions for Kuga, please follow him on Twitter. Ask him there in the comments or in the private messages, because maybe he is better than I am, because I am usually don't reply to private messages within a month when I just remember that there are lots of them on the X. So yeah, probably he will help you more with that. Yeah, don't hesitate. Ask questions, live your dream, and let's ship the capital markets to Solana ecosystem. Bye bye, guys.
Goodbye.